Sometimes you just need stuff in a convenient place to grab when you're working on or running your model railroad. Today I'm going to go over a few items that you can add to your model railroad's fascia to make things easier for you.
This video is brought to you with support from my patrons on Patreon. These videos would not be possible without them, and if you'd like to join the Patreon community, you can follow the link in the description below and join for as little as $1 a month.
Jumping right in, we have adhesive hooks. Now, one of the big brands you might know for this is Command Hooks here in the US, and these hooks basically have a very strong adhesive tape that you can put onto pretty much any surface and it's going to stick and hold, and they're usually rated for a certain weight. Then you can attach anything to them that has a hook. For a model railroad, these things are great for several things. For one, if you use clipboards a lot, they are a fantastic place to hang these clipboards on your fascia during operations. They can hold towels or cloths that you're using during detailing. They can even temporarily act as a second set of hands for holding wires that you are running while you're doing electrical work. These little hooks are great for a lot of different items. I'm even using them to hold my curtains up now to my fascia as a better alternative to the Velcro that I have shown before. Adhesive hooks are a great utility item for your front fascia. Next up, we have small parts bins. Now, there are a wide variety of parts bins out there, and what you choose is ultimately up to you. You can use something that is specifically made for model railroading, which is out there, or you can adapt something like something that's designed to hold screws or parts in a workshop. Now, having these little bins mounted around your layout is a great catch-all for screws, tools, supplies as you're working on your layout. You can also use these during your operations to hold things like card cards and waybills, and it just makes things a lot easier. Now for me, I actually 3D printed the bins that are on my layout, but you don't necessarily have to do that. Now I'm going to go and find as many as I can, including ones that are specifically made for model railroading, and I'm going to link them in the description below. For our next item, we have these. These are pop sockets. Now, for those of you that don't know what a pop socket is, you've probably seen a bunch of people with them on their phones, and they typically go on the back of the phone via an adhesive pad. And they can be used to hold a phone or as a phone stand because they pop out like this, and you can bend them and you can sit them right there, but they work really great and they're a really cool little invention. So when they're coupled with the mounts that you can slide a pop socket into, that can basically just hold your phone wherever that mount is, and all you need is pretty much just a smooth surface to put those pop socket mounts on. So the mounts are also simple stick adhesive, so they just have an adhesive back that you just go plop, and then you can mount them on anything. So these are especially useful in model railroads if you're using a cell phone to control your railroad. Adding these to the fascia panel and a pop socket to the cell phone means that you have a place to put down your controller, but pop sockets are not limited to phones. As I said, they just have an adhesive back, so pretty much any small item with a flat surface can have a pop socket mounted. So you can use them on throttles if you don't have any more throttle holders, and you can also just use them on pretty much anything that you need to be held on your layout. Pop sockets are a great universal mounting system that you can use on your model railroad for lightweight items. Okay, this item is a bit pricey compared to the others, but it's still not bad. Some of you may have noticed that I have a tablet mounted on my layout, and I've had this one on there for a little over a month, and it has been great. This is an old Kindle Fire that I've had laying around my house. Kindle Fire tablets are basically Android tablets, which means they can run the Engine Driver app. And you can pick up a Kindle Fire for as little as $50, and sometimes you can even find them on sale for even cheaper. So if you're running a DCC++EX, DCC++ setup, or you just have JMRI set up with Wi-Fi, this is a great way to add a control panel to your fascia with very little effort. I simply took some large Velcro pads and attached it to the board. I then drilled a small hole for routing a charging cable through, and voila, I have a touchscreen throttle mounted on my layout. When operating a layout, making things easier to access and use is something that can make running your railroad go a lot smoother. And your fascia can be an excellent place for placing tools, supplies, operational aids such as car cards and waybills, and all sorts of other things, and make them easier to grab. And anything that's going to make your railroad easier to run is going to make it more fun to run because it's less to worry about. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have anything else that you've put on your fascia panels or on the front of your layout that has made running your layout a lot easier, put that down in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, and happy railroading. Or as a phone stand, because they actually pop out like this, and they sometimes come off. Don't worry, it's supposed to do that.